What's going on, guys? My name is ShadowGhoul131 and we're back today with our first team builder for our NPL Little Cup tournament. Now, I know you guys missed the NPL battles, but they're back. This is just a short 2-week tournament. There's only 4 of us. I mean, it can only go on for so long. But we're just doing, I play AJ first in the Pallet Town Pika Chokes, and then I play the winner of Zach and Nick next week. And then that person is the winner of our little tournament here in the off season as we get ready for season 2. So I hope you guys are excited. I hope you guys like this little cup stuff. It's just so different and so fun. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so let me run through my team right now really quick. My captain, I picked, this is how we did it. We drafted it just like the UCL did. We each picked a captain, and then the rest was just totally random. So my captain was Squirtle, just because he's one of my favorite starters of all time. So, and then in the draft, I got Timber, Magnemite, Cottony, Torchic, Hippopotas, Binacle, Purloin, Kabuto, Bronzor, and Smoochum. So, it's a pretty interesting mix-up, or group of people there. I wish I had a flying type. That is my one thing that I'm going to regret, especially going up against AJ, where he has a ton of people who are weak to flying. I won't go through his entire team for you guys, just because it doesn't really matter. You're only going to see me play AJ once. So I'll tell you some of the threats that I'm worried about. He has Pichu as his captain. I'm not really worried about Pichu, but he has Mienfoo, who is one of the strongest in the tier. He has Pumpkaboo XL, who is a great block to rapid spinning. I'm kind of worried about Tailo. You know, he's got a lot of things with a lot of weaknesses, but he also has a lot of things that hit a lot of different things. So I'm kind of nervous, kind of excited, you know, the usual. But, alright, so I'm leading off with, well, to start the team is Miss Lippy the Smoochum. She's holding that life orb to get her attacks even stronger, and then she's got Oblivious as her ability, meaning she cannot be taunted. So she's a good lead, and then we can set up with the nasty plot and maybe go for the stab psychic or ice beam, and then she's got some shadow ball coverage too to protect her dark weakness, if I'm not mistaken. And then her EVs are, I mean, these are just, really, guys, I don't know much about LC, so I really did just follow standard Smogon sets for these guys, and their IVs reflect the same, with 28 in defense, 240 into special attack, and 240 plus into speed, due to her timid nature. Next up is Flubber the Bronzor, holding the Berry Juice. Berry Juice is such a cool item in LC, just because it pretty much will restore you to full HP, no matter what, because I don't know if anyone's gets higher than 20, so it's really useful. Recycle Berry Juice is an awesome combo here on Flubber. Shiny Bronzer looks so cool. The first thing I thought of was Flubber, so I had to nickname him. He's levitating, so he's a good lead to get rocks up. Recycle Berry Juice, of course. Earthquake and Psychic. Psychic is stab, and Earthquake hits things that want to try and come in on Bronzor, so he might be a really solid lead. We have Devious the Purloin. Devious, if you guys know, Purloin was on my team in our Pokemon Black Nuzlocke, but, you know, spoiler alert, he is no longer on the team. He is in the PC, so I thought it was kind of funny that I actually got this in the draft, just because it was totally random. Like, what are the chances of that? I mean, obviously they're probably like 1 in 40 or whatever, because there's only so many Pokemon. But anyways, we got Devious. I'm gonna hopefully try and do him a lot better than I did in the Nuzlocke, but we'll just have to wait and see. He's holding Eviolite. He's got Prankster ability, which is really cool. His non-damaging moves have their priority increased, and that's pretty much all he has. Except for U-turn, and, well, I guess Knockoff does damage, but Encore and Thunder Wave. So Encore locks the other Pokemon into the move for 3 turns. We can T-Wave, we can U-turn, we can knock off. So Encore is his main thing, to just get that. Hopefully we lock him into setting up, like bulking up or putting rocks up or something like that. Hopefully we can lock him into that, and then we can just T-Wave and knock off freely, and then even U-turn out afterwards. So I'm hoping this setup works. AJ is not really one to play for hazards, so I don't know if I'm even going to have to be worrying about stealth rocks or things like that, but regardless, Encore will still work if he has a Will-O-Wisp, if he has Toxic, you know, things of that sort. I'm excited for Devious. This set is really cool. I think it could put in a lot of work for us. It really just depends on how AJ's team is set up for Devious to work. And then the EVs, 188 into HP, 180 defense, 60 plus in SPDEF, and 80 into speed. A lot of these Pokemon are careful nature for whatever reason. Next up we have Blitzen the Magnemite, because I'm already getting into that Christmas spirit. I know it's only March, you guys, but Christmas is my favorite holiday. It's my favorite time of year. I start counting down right about now. I'm surprised I actually don't know how many days are until Christmas. It's still a lot, obviously, but I do start counting down early. I'm sure that will make some of you very angry, but that's okay. I was going to just go with Blitz, but then I was like, I have to call him Blitzen. So he's holding Berry Juice as well, and he also has Recycle. So I've got two guys that can kind of come in there and stay in there, recycle their Berry Juice, as long as we don't take a knockoff, or there's something else that would hurt a Berry Juice, but I can't remember. He does have Sturdy, so he's not getting O-Code, which is good for us. And then he's got Thunderbolt and Volt Switch for some stab, and Volt Switch will just keep our momentum going. Recycle, obviously, to get our Berry Juice back once we are low HP. And Flash Cannon has a nice powerful steel move that has a chance to lower the opponent's special defense, all of which are very good things. He has 236 plus special attack, 236 into speed, and 36 into defense. Next up is Leduct the Timber. I just think this nickname is hilarious. I found this website, and it's just like nickname generator, and so you type in, like I type in Timber, and it just generates a bunch of different things, and I don't like, none of them make sense. There's like, maybe it generates like 12 nicknames, and maybe one of them is a real word, maybe. And you can re-roll as many times as you want. So Timber, Leduct here is going to be, in my eyes, he's going to be our sweeper. He, obviously, that's his EV spread and things like that. You know, he's bulky, he's fast, sort of. He's got 13 speed, which isn't too fast. It's like right in the mid level, but I'm hoping that he's strong enough. We've got bulk up on there to make him even stronger. I'm hoping he can just come in, you know, after we've gotten a few people weakened from our stealth rocks, after we've got them weakened from Devious's Encore / U-turns and stuff, Blitzen's Thunderbolts and T-waving everybody, and then I just want to bring in Leduct and get rid of everyone. That's my plan. We'll see if it works. AJ's team is really good on fighting, so I have to be careful here with Leduct. And he doesn't have a huge fighting weakness either, but I'm hoping that he's just strong enough that the stab doesn't matter and the super effective doesn't matter. Next up we have Soup, our mascot, the Squirtle. Soup I just thought was hilarious. I was looking for nicknames and people said Turtle Soup. I was like, that's a little too morbid, but Soup is just funny. He is holding Eviolite, knows Torrent, so that boosts his, does it boost all of his moves? It's Water Attack, so it boosts his Waterfall once he gets pretty low HP. And then he is my Rapid Spinner. I know there are better Rapid Spinners in Little Cup, like Staryu does a much better job. But Squirtle was my pick, and I don't really have anyone else that wants to come in and Rapid Spin. Again, AJ probably won't even use rocks, so I might not need this Rapid Spin, but I would rather have it. And then he's just got a nice utility set as well. Ice Punch hits things that want to switch in. Ice Punch, actually, he has Pumpkaboo Super, who is a great spin blocker. So that's what Ice Punch is there for. Hopefully we can, if he brings in his Pumpkaboo against Squirtle, predicting a Rapid Spin. Again, I don't think AJ will predict a Rapid Spin because he doesn't really run rocks. So this is all very hypothetical and probably over predictiveness, but that's what Ice Punch is there for. Fake Out's really cool because it always goes first and it guarantees to flinch. It's not very strong or whatever, but you know, it gets us a little bit of momentum. Obviously we have Rapid Spin, we have Waterfall for stab. And then his EVs are spread out all across the board: 84 into HP, 52 attack, 156 plus into defense, 84 into SPDEF, and 132 into speed. Again, I am not some mastermind here. I literally copied these from Smogon because I've never played Little Cup before. I mean, I've done the two matches or whatever on Showdown Saturdays, but I'm not familiar with the tier enough to be able to create my own movesets just yet or get a sense of for what things do. And that's the one downfall to this tournament, I think, is that with it just being a 2-week thing, none of us are going to really learn Little Cup. It's going to be a really luck-based thing. I mean, obviously you can play to weaknesses and strengths of different Pokemon and stuff, but just the way EVs work and the way items work here, and you know, it's really almost an entirely different game. So I'm really excited. I hope everyone else is really excited. I'm not too sure exactly how they feel about it. I know Zach is excited just because he loves Pokemon, and I think Nick's pretty excited too. AJ, I'm not too sure about, so I'll be interested to see the team he ends up bringing, just because of the threats that I mentioned earlier. He does have some scary things there that I have to look out for. But I expect me during these battles, though, to be a lot more thorough, to be looking things up and checking if a Pokemon has can get knockoff, or can get Volt Switch, or can get T-Wave, you know, things like that. Things that I just need to be more careful for when I prep for my competitive matches. So I'm hoping that I can kind of practice that and get into the habit, get into those good habits. I think that would be really useful. So that about does it for me. I hope you guys are excited that the National Pokemon League is back. Again, it is just a 2-week Little Cup tournament, but I think it won't be much longer after that. Maybe another 2-week break, maybe 3, before we draft again and get Season 2 underway. But that's going to be a lot of fun too. We're going to be drafting in the style of the GBA. For those of you who don't know, I will make a video about all of this later on once it's time for that. But the GBA drafts, they have their Pokemon into their own tiers. It's not OU or UU or whatever. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably loosely based on that, but they tier them and give each tier a point level, and then you have a certain amount of points, and you can only spend that amount of points, and you have to fill certain tier requirements, but you have certain free picks too. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be really, really cool. So I'm excited for Season 2. Again, that is a little bit a ways down the road yet, but yeah. Alright, there is the Let's Play going on the channel right now, of course. Spoiler alert, you know, I don't know how much longer we're going to last, guys. Like, obviously I'm going to keep going, but man, it is getting tough. I'm just terrible. I don't know if I'm a terrible player or a terrible Nuzlocker. I'm pretty sure it's got to be the Nuzlocke, because I mean, Pokemon games are not that hard, you know. So it's got to be the Nuzlocke that's killing me, and just the standard. If I would have randomized it and gotten some like different Pokemon instead of your basic entry game Pokemon in those beginning routes, you know, maybe it'd be a different story. But alas, I'm having fun with it. I hope you guys are having fun watching it. I'm sure it's kind of entertaining to some extent, but okay. I think that about does it for me. Like this video, please, if you guys enjoyed, if you guys are hyped that the NPL is back, please hit that thumbs up button for me. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this team. Sure, some things are different than normal or whatever, but let me know down in the comments. Of course, subscribe so you don't miss a video. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.